Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Good Morning Education Show. And my name is Rotimi A. Tayo, and such a pleasure to be here today. And we're going to be having a great time this morning, and our conversation would be an interesting one. An interesting Okay, good morning, Grace Hamoka. How are you? Been a long time. Apologies for the connectivity issue. Um, like I said, this is the Good Morning Education Show, and it's a pleasure to be here. And our delight is to have you here this morning. And we will be talking about something interesting today. We're streaming from Lagos, Nigeria to West Africa, to Africa, and the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Good Morning Education Show. My name is Rotimi Eitayo, and we'll be having an interesting conversation today. So let's start the show and let's enjoy the conversation. Um, we will be having headlines, trying to ensure that we have the connectivity for that. We'll be having headlines, and then all right. Once again, apologies, and we have some connectivity issues here. So, like I said, on the Good Morning Education Show, we will be having conversations talking about um, an interesting topic today, and I'm going to start with the headlines. Our first headline today would be on Lagos State, as Lagos State presents House keys to the 2019 President's Teachers School Excellence Awardees. That's an interesting one. Congratulations to these awardees, and we hope that it will also present to them an interesting culture where colleagues also will aspire to do their best and, of course, to also claim more prizes. Um, I believe it's due and it's high time that teachers experience having such rewards, as they would say. Thank you so much. And that's the headline: Lagos presents house keys. And still on the same headline, we're going to be looking at another interesting conversation. And we have the ND Western donates electronic library to University of Ibadan. So we have the spirit of support and donation for education and educational institutions, and that in itself is also noteworthy. Um, Really, I would still stand on my comment about education. Um, Having a lot of institutions, especially the tertiary institution, as focus has been an interesting one. And but let's just thank God that we have some deliberate inputs, as it were. Okay, another headline says provocative dresses, caustic tongues contributing to sexual violence. This is from the commissioner, and I'm sure if you've been following the news, you would have noticed there was a particular time, a particular university was stressing the need for the students to be well dressed and well presentable, as it were, for for the sake of decorum and some of the things that were listed in terms of their outfit or some of these things that we are seeing today. Well, I think that we need to have our institutions coming out explicitly clear about what can be expected, what to expect, how to drive, appropriate behavior, because sometimes it looks like it's subject to interpretation, personality, faith, and appetite of the individual that is trying to champion the rules. So I sure hope that short as possible time we overcome this as a people. You know, so that's that for that headline. And then we have another interesting one, and this one says EFCC should probe earnings and spendings in nation's varsity. That's from Popola. Um, of course, the recklessness, the accusation, the allegations, and the unwholesome practice that sometimes we read on the pages of newspaper speaks about the disposition of some of our higher institutions, and that's quite alarming and also sad. So yes, and then the final one is Duffield rewards 2021 Heroes Award winners with multi-million naira scholarship. And that's on education news. We have Duffield, the United Food Industry Limited, the makers of Indomie. They've also done something. I think it's the spirit of we're in the season of awards, and that's quite commendable. You know, so congratulations to the winners, the hero winners, Hero Awards winners. Congratulations as well. Mm. So without wasting much time, we're going to be going straight to the conversation of the day. And today we'll be talking about streams of income. Streams of income. I know that many people have different perspective to this, and hopefully we will be able to spend enough time to treat this issue of income is something that is essential to every individual, every working professional, and every individual who seeks to get some measure of meaningful reward. Your income is considered as the revenue you're able to generate, the revenue you're able to attract, the proceeds from labor, from work done. That's pretty much what income is considered as. And when we look at it from that perspective, we're able to address certain key factors or elements um, to be able to help us build better perspective. So everyone that is gainfully employed would definitely be generating income. So income, like I said, um, is considered as the flow. And when we now get to add the word streams of income, that's just talking about the possibilities, or better still, the way we have income flowing into us as individuals, as well as professionals. So and streams of income is very important. I feel that this is not going to be a one part conversation, because it's not something that I would want to gloss over. But I think that is something that we'll have to look at from time to time, and probably treat all the aspects, of interest when it comes to streams of income. Um, the fact that you hear the word streams, you know that the stream, you know, is like talking about a body of water, and there's something that characterizes what we use as the word streams, and that's the fact that streams flow. You know, a lot of us must get to understand that income must never be static, either in experiencing it, in getting empowered, in utilizing it. Income is not meant to be static. And the reason is because the longer the time of conversion of income, the longer the time of earning income, the more burden that we sometimes could feel. And so when you recognize the word income and we talk about streams of income, then we need to break the word income into two. Income. What are the things that come in terms of funds? What are the things that come in terms of profit? What are things that come in terms of earnings? These are categorized as income. What is coming in? And for something to come in, then it means that there must be access to that thing. It's both ways. The revenue must have access to us. We must have access to revenue. But then, the reality of some of the things that we face and we experience is that our income seems to have number one challenge, which is access. Most educators, most professionals have difficulty in accessing income, in accessing income. And why is that? Because they've not dealt with the issue of access. So, how do we get access? I think that you need to look at it from the natural meaning, access. You see, when you do not find yourself in position of value, in position of value, then you begin to have one of the challenges of gaining access. You see, most people, they get to sometimes, put themselves in a fix because they have a huge expectation out of life, out of work, out of their businesses, out of their giftings, but their access seems to be static, seems to be blocked. And if you want to gain entrance into a door, you want to gain entrance into a place, one of the things that you will be particular about is your access. And I believe that if we will be sincere to ourselves, you know, access is something that we must, as in particular, you know, drive all through. Before I continue, let me welcome Olushola Olumide. Olushola Olumide, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Rotimi. I'm fine. And
Okay,
good morning to our tribe members out there. Yes.
thank you for joining. So we're talking about streams of income today, and one of the
Yes.
things I was trying to tell.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so one of the things I was trying to lay is the foundation that we must understand that streams of income um, connotes the fact that we're talking about something that keeps coming in, that flows in, especially revenue, income, reward, or better still, for our basic understanding, money. So money that keeps flowing in, you know, either through a system or a produce, is considered streams of income. And I said one of the ways that you are able to find yourself in alignment is gaining access. You know, um, access is quite important. You know, access is quite important because if you don't find yourself in a place and a position of access, then you will not have steady flow. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on streams of income. Um, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Uh, I would like to pick it up from the concept of the access you made mention about. Virtually every breakthrough, every success, so to a large extent, is predicated on access. It's like the opportunity. Access is like the platform upon which you can ride. But whatever you have, whatever you can do, if there is no opportunity to showcase the same, it's as good as not having that thing. So there are places you wouldn't be able to enter ordinarily. There are opportunities that wouldn't come your way, but for the access that you have. And that is why it's often been said that your net worth is as good as your network. Who do you know? Who are the people? Or what else are those people playing? Those you know, who are those people? Those ones also knows. And if you look at it like that, a link connection can come through that people. Somebody can refer you, somebody can recommend you, somebody can mention your name, and that is what access does. So, in a way, if you are going to talk about streams of income, access is key. Yes, from your place of work, from your family circle, from your religious group, at times from social group, at times from political group, you will discover that at times from association, access is key, and it opens you up to opportunity you never knew existed or you wouldn't have been able to plug into but for the access. I think access is great. And then if you're talking about streams of income, especially for educators, there is need to put on the third eye at every forum, at every event, every conference, everybody you come across, your place of work, the parents, even the children you are dealing with, your employer, your colleagues, even the community where you are working. Great opportunity lies there. So access is great, access is key. We must look at it if ever we want streams of income. And of course, some of the people that even patronizes us is predicated on the a sort of access we have toward them or they have toward us. So access is key. So we need others to leverage, to move, to climb, and to really succeed. So if we are talking about streams of income, if that will ever come to be, we need other people to plug in and in order for us to get to where we are going. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And while you were speaking, Dr. Aderisola, the global doctor, joined us. Good morning, Darren. How are you today?
Good morning, I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. I've given you a title. Do you like that title?
The title should be backed with money, not just title.
Derry
Exactly.
has what? Derry is global opportunity
Good
personified.
good morning, Dr. Deering.
Okay,
Sorry, Mr.
so we're talking about streams of income, and to take it a step further, I'm going to try to break it into fragments. I know that a lot of people have heard the word multiple streams of income, and sometimes it gets confusing while it gets exciting as well at the same time. Um, I know that it's important for people to understand that for them to be able to articulate this, there must be the ability to identify what is regular income, because the streams of income they are within dimensions. While they might be different things in elements and specific to the individual, there must be regular income. There must also be residual income, right? And I want Darren to touch on that, both from the angle and the perspective of regular and residual income. Over to you, Darren.
Okay, I think we get to confuse let's say when you say something is your regular stream of income, people just assume that that is your 9 to 5. Let's put it that way. Let's like people just assume it's a job you go to 9 to 5. So and any other thing aside you do from the regular office job, it's a side income or whatever, as in it's a side also. But in this day that we have people like me, like that are coaches, and that is their like 9 to 5. So that is not even a side also. So first, we first need to clarify what is the mainstream of income and side stream of income. I think when we are talking about the mainstream of income, you should be like, oh, what you are actually committed to, and you are going there like, oh, you might not even be going there because you might be working from home. Will I say that earns you like the major money, or that you invest your time in doing? That's your major income or your first primary income. Now, the side incomes may be passive. If you are someone that has your eye on investment and whatever forex and all those things, those are streams of income, and you may not even have to do anything aside from buy them, or maybe shares apart from buy them and just watch them grow and monitor. So people should first distinguish between multiple hustles and multiple incomes. Income is anything that is bringing you money. So whether you are actively working in it or you are just investing and it's bringing you income, the point is it is bringing you money. That is truth. And that is one of the things that even I personally have looked at. Like, you don't have to have multiple hustles, but you must have multiple incomes. So it is not for you to now ask yourself, with what I'm currently doing, what are the things that I can do that can bring in other source of income without me actually being part of it actively? Because being busy is not being is not synonymous to money. So there are people that just sit in their houses, they work for 4 hours in a day, but they have that knowledge, that financial knowledge, to know that they've diversified their investment. And one day they are earning from shares, the other day they are earning from forex, the other day they are earning from, they are earning, like, in fact, the money they are spending their day-to-day life is not even their salary, it is what they are getting from those extra incomes. So incomes is definitely different from hustles, and we must be smart enough to know that it is not. When I see that word serial entrepreneur, I laugh. I'm like, them people are just one entrepreneur, but their incomes are like, let me say, from 10 places. right? And you'll be wondering what are they doing. What they are doing may be passive, but they are earning. It's like someone that's probably created an online course that is set on auto, like they have that auto, like something is going into the cloud, something is, there's a funnel that is converting it, there's an ad that is promoting it, there's, so they are just sitting because they've created once and they are going about their life. They are sitting and they are earning money daily. Do you understand? And you'll be hustling with that same person, like you'll be saying, I have to have two jobs. So incomes and hustles are different things. I think that is where we should first specify.
Thank you very much, because what you just said has brought up another word, which is more like they should be more of incomepreneurs as opposed to hustlepreneurs. Multiple streams of income. I like that. I like that. And which is why I was also trying to make people understand that the residual is almost most times contractual in engagement. It's what you can easily put a domain to attach to your person and sometimes attach to your profession. But the regular is talking about the free flow, that we must be able to begin to look out for opportunities and mediums and ways to be in access, to income that is regular, very regular. Regular could be every hour, every minute, every second. It could be every day. And that makes those streams, because a lot of people think multiple streams of income, just like you said, is a type of business. No, no, you don't start from the business, you don't start from the product or activity, you start from the dimensions. Because in one dimension, you could have several, you know, um, aspect of it. So that's good. Let's take it a step further. I know that we've talked about regular, we've talked about residual, but there's also a reciprocal income. And that is the question I'm going to take to Lushola Olumide, because when we talk about reciprocal income, is more predominantly income that comes as a result of cause and effect. This is where you begin to see the things called agency. This is where you begin to see the things called referral. This is where you begin to see off taking in place. You begin to see affiliates or affiliation, in place. So Olushola, over to you on that. Olushola, are you there? Olushola Olumide.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
We
Can
can
you hear
hear
me?
you. Yes.
Okay, the network was breaking a little. So you were talking about reciprocal income, the issue of agency, referral, and what have you. Before I go
Yes.
on that, a great submission there by Dr. Deering. Yes, I think it's a big eye opener that also does not only translate into money. So it's not just about running around, it's about being smart and plug what will fetch you money even when you are not there. And I think that makes your life better and you don't have to work your life out. Now, coming back to the issue of reciprocal income, the issue of agency, all that. Of course, it has is a little bit familiar with what Dr. Derin has said, talking about residual income, passive income. However, uh, looking at the things like agency, reciprocal income, I think it's also a function of your experience, the knowledge, the information at your disposal, and how far you have engaged with people over time. Yes, we always, with the exception of few who start big in life, and because they have a shoulder to stand on, I think majority starts from the scratch. But why starting from the scratch? You are building not only your net worth, you are building your network. You are giving value. You are carving out a niche for yourself. You are getting to a point where you are known for something. Yes, one man does not make an industry. However, there are industry that when you mention the industry, one, two people comes to mind first. I think it's a function of the legacy they have built over time. People have known them either for their quality, for their level of professionalism. People have known them for their integrity. People have known them to be somebody who delivers. And maybe people have known them for their level of proficiency over time. And they are like, see, you can go and sleep. Do you want so and so?
Oh dear. I guess it was network, and I love the way it was about to break it down. Um, so reciprocal income. Derry, do you want to add to that?
I think reciprocal income, like you said, that things like affiliate marketing are things that
Yeah.
they are imagined, and the beautiful thing about that is it can be done by almost anybody. And I've seen students even at the university who they are not, they don't have money to invest. So it's not like they can say, oh, I'm going to buy shares, or I'm going to whatever, do whatever. But this category of people actually can still get income from that reciprocal. Take for instance, people these days, as in they get to maybe an online, someone that has an online course, and be like, okay, for every sale I make for you, which is affiliate, I get this amount. So it means that all they need to do is probably open their mouth and tell whoever needs it that, oh, like if you need this. So at the end of the day, it means that
Hello? Hello?
that
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. Let
Yes.
Can you just allow Darren to
Yeah.
finish up our thoughts first?
Okay, like I was saying,
Yes.
it
Yes.
means
Go
that
on. Go on.
just
Go on. Go on. Yes.
will lead to them earning. And this is an offset of somebody that probably created the initial stream of income, right? It's like, oh, maybe I'm the course creator. That's maybe primary income. Passive income is, oh, after the creation of the course, I'm earning from it. But the third one now, which is a reciprocal, is that student that can come to me and say, oh man, I want to earn from whatever it is you are earning. I don't have the investment, I don't have anything. I just want to be able to earn. It means I'll just say, okay, you can also earn from my past. I don't have to do anything extra. All I need to do is connect you as my affiliate, you sell. And it's so good these days that the affiliate marketing, the money doesn't even have to come to you. So you don't even have to pay tax on what you're not earning. Whatever percentage you've allocated to this thing, all they need is their link. Sell it, their percentage goes to them, your percentage comes to you. So it means for those category of people, which is when I see young people, they say, oh, I can't earn because I don't have investment, I don't have capital. I said, have you ever heard of affiliates, which is like the reciprocal of the incomes? Have you ever heard of affiliate where or referral, as in for every 10 people you bring, you earn one thing, as in does it mean your mouth is too close to be able to earn? Because they are not asking you for brick and mortar shop, they're not asking you for anything. They just say, tell someone who needs it and you will earn. So for me, I feel like anybody can earn because I see a lot of year one people earning from affiliate markets and this reciprocal earning these days. So it means anybody can earn. There's no excuse. So far you can open your mouth, you can earn.
Thank you very much. So Olushola, over to you. Hello, Olushola. Olushola, are you there? Okay. So I think that the network might be the reason
Can you hear
for
me?
that. But then, of course, yes, we can
Hello.
hear you.
It's serious. Hello.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Hel-
We can
Yes,
hear
you
you
can
now.
hear me.
Yes.
Okay. So as I was saying, so and I think yes, no problem. And I think Dr. Dini has also shed more light on it. I think it's a matter of people or get more.
Okay. I'm afraid the network is not friendly today. Hello. Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I don't know. It's as if this network doesn't want me to have multiple streams of income. Hello? Yes, I don't know. Well, maybe because I'm
Yes, we can
transiting. Okay,
hear you.
maybe yes, maybe that's why. So you can continue. But this thing is
Okay. All right. So, from all that we've just said, and just to bring it to a conclusion, is that there is need for us to begin to now pick each dimension and find meaningful pursuits, across each of these dimensions. You know, um, that way we're able to, get better responses, get better outcomes, get better realization, and all that. So that we were able to get that. So I would like to use this opportunity to ask parting shots. And maybe if Olushola has to say one or two words just to have as parting shots. So we don't get victimized by internet today.
hello. Can you hear me now? Hello.
I can hear you, Mr. Olumide.
Okay, okay, fine. I talking about my parting shot. I think it is pertinent that everybody should look for something more than one, probably two, three that will be bringing in money. And like Dr. Deering has said, it's not multiplying ozus, but multiplying incomes. Because as we grow, as we age, there are certain things we have the energy to do now, we don't have the energy to do them later. And if you look at the cost of goods and services, it tells you that having to wait on, except for people that works with a very big setup where they are paid heavily. Yes, meeting your obligations, paying your bills could become very burdensome. And even people who are earning big, they also see the need to put something aside, start a little business. And these are the days of technology. You can create things, of course, function of your knowledge, function of your awareness, of your exposure. Create value that serves people and people pay in return. And you don't necessarily have to be there. You don't necessarily have to stand by it. Once the thing is in sort of auto running autopilot, it keeps servicing the people and the people keeps paying. And I think it's something we all should look at where you can rest your head and your alert can keep coming in. Gone are those days. Take tea, go out to collect the newspaper from the vendor and sit across this stretch wooden chair, rest their back there and be reading newspaper. And you keep wondering, the man is looking far, he's not depending on the children to bring monthly whatever. Because the man has invested in stocks, and for them, it is not to buy stock and sell. They were actually buying in order to have dividends. For them, the dividend is like their retirement benefits until they die. Dividend keep coming in, they are so sure. In fact, they know what and what is going on. And when they need to do something big, they need money, they offload part of it, and they were able to get a big money to do either sending a child to school, traveling overseas for vacation and whatever. And the burden of old age doesn't come on them. They don't have to be bedridden. They don't have to become a beggar. They don't have to look tattered. And if after they have worked 35 years, the remaining 20, 30 years of their life, you see it well spent. So I think we all. Hello.